Oh man, we got a lot of records, just a ton of records. So, as you know, I like to buy collections and go through them and, you know, sell them to the local community and kind of spread the love of vinyl, and here we go. This is probably one of the biggest collections I've ever picked up. I've come close before, but this is about 3,500 records. You have to have good friends that could give you good leads on people who want to get rid of this. So a buddy of mine let me know that there was this guy who had all these records in his basement and wanted to unload them. And so it was just in Loveland, so it was a 20-minute drive, and I figured it couldn't hurt to go check it out. The bulk of it was classic rock, which is what we're always looking for. So there was Led Zeppelin, there was a nice stack of Grateful Dead, which you don't even see a lot. And there was a little Black Sabbath, there's Eric Clapton, there's a lot of really great stuff. So that makes me happy. I talked to the guy when I first went down there. I'm like, so well, how's the condition? And he said, it's all over the place. So yeah, I went down to this guy's basement and there were shelves and shelves of records just sitting there, and they were not really in any particular order. Some of them were somewhat sorted. Some of them were put on shelves upside down. So I spent, I don't know, about an hour doing a quick perusal of the records, checking the condition, and he was right. It was all over the place. I'd pull out Beatles Abbey Road, all excited, and it's all scratched up. But I went and pulled out something else, and it was immaculate. I didn't see really any water damage or mold, and that's the things you want to stay very far away from. I didn't really see many broken records or empty sleeves, so you want to stay away from that stuff. One thing I did notice on the tippy top of one of the shelves in his basement was a Marantz receiver and a nice looking turntable. So when I went out and talked to the guy, I said, what's the story with the equipment? He's like, oh, I'll throw that in. Throwing the gear in there really sweetened the deal for me because I like to restore this stuff, and I knew at least some of it I can get going again. In the world we're living in, you know, people need an outlet. They need something that they could really get into that, you know, maybe they can't do the big events if they go out and go to shows or do larger events. You know, vinyl's a really neat substitute for that. Like a collection like this, you go through and you see stuff like, oh yeah, Black Sabbath, Led Zeppelin, you can get excited about that. Oh, Pink Floyd, nice. But then you find these other records like, what is this? I have no idea what this is. So then you go and look it up and you listen to it and you're like, you get an education. My goal, and I think kind of the goal of the Vinyl Herd really, is to just build the vinyl community and to get records out of the musty basement and into the hands of people who love this stuff. When you're looking through records, take a chance. If something just looks cool or looks interesting, maybe look it up on Discogs real quick and see just what type of music it is. And sometimes it'll say it's blues rock or funk and soul or whatever, and you're like, I've never seen this before. Take a shot, try it out, maybe you'll learn something, maybe you'll find something you love.